at Huntingdale Golf Course and you're watching the Round 1 highlights from the Victorian PGA Championship. Best round out there so far today is a 66, but conditions are still ideal for scoring. Let's catch up with some of the action from the afternoon.
Sure was a good morning, Alison, and let's hope for more of the same this afternoon. Let's go out onto course, and here is hole 18.
Interesting because the conditions haven't really dropped off this afternoon, so there is a lot of scoring potential out there at the moment. This is James Marchesani. His approach into the 18th green, just a little bit past the pin there.
Now here's a man putting a good round together, Josh Younger with his third shot.
Josh's best finish last year was a 21st at the Fiji International. Hoping to better that here. That's a very nice chip. Looks in line with perhaps a par save. Still smiling.
Yeah, he turns 33 in a couple of weeks and missed the cut last year in the Victorian PGA, so hoping to go a bit better. The round looking good so far.
Tricky putt down the hill, a little right to left here for Marchesani. And that never looked like missing.
Outstanding downhill, wonderful putt.
I say it's hard and he just pops it on in. As it is with professional golf. So much talent. He enjoyed it.
Now Josh with his attempt at par.
This would be for a round of 65. 4 birdies on the back 9 for Josh. Really coming home strong. Just a little bit right to left. And it's going to be a dropped shot for Josh Younger. The Victorian will walk away with a round of 66 today, 6 under par.
Well, he'll be pleased with that.
This is the par 4 8th hole and it is fun. One of the shortest on the course and it's 314 metres. Now, there's 2 ways to play it depending on where the tee is. They move the tee up, it's drivable, and we love watching short drivable par 4s, but if the tee's back, it's just an iron down in front of that bunker that's over on that left-hand side, and then that opens up a beautiful angle to this green that runs from the front left to the back right. If you've opted to lay up, this is the perfect place to be, over on the left-hand side, just short of this fairway bunker, because it opens up a beautiful angle into this green. It's quite a narrow green, so it is important to pay attention to your yardage, but it is just a flip wedge and a definite birdie chance. If you've pulled driver off the tee, it's highly likely that you might end up in one of the bunkers around the green, but the green itself is fairly benign. It is narrow, only 15 paces wide in any point in time, but you can see it is super long, 39 metres in total. So if you can hit the green in the right spot, you're going to be looking to pick up a 3 on this par 4.
Alison, plenty of good instruction there to play this hole, hole 8.
Yeah, it's a fun hole. It's always nice to have a drivable, potentially, par 4 if they move the tee up. That's Ben Eccles, winner of the 2015 New South Wales Open. That was as an amateur. That was his 3rd shot. Pretty dynamic young player.
And here's one of the celebs, the man who did some commentary on the Fiji International last year, Anthony Hudson. Oh, just out of the bunker. I guess you'd be pretty pleased with that, just to make it out onto the green.
Certainly better out of that sand than in it. Some of these bunkers are very tricky out on the Huntingdale layout. Well, at least he raked the bunker. Very nice. This is Dean Lawson. Lives up on the Gold Coast in Queensland. This one for birdie, just shying by. It was a good effort. Really important to get on the right section of the green. It's a huge green, but it is super narrow out on the 8th hole. Just checking the putting stroke there.
Yeah, and speaking of putting strokes, here's the par putt of Ben Eccles, the man who turned pro here at Huntingdale in 2015 at the Australian Masters.
Pretty handy par there for Ben.
Certainly is the pathway of champions, the PGA Tour of Australasia, proudly sponsored by ISPS Hander. And here is hole number 7 and Matthew Giles putting a good round together.
He certainly is. This for birdie. Back down the hill. It's headed in. And add another one to the tally for Matthew Giles, putting together a great first round.
Outstanding.
Oh, the Sydney sider seems to be quite at home down on the Victorian sandbelt. Loved that one, as did we.
Now one of our international competitors, Sean Einhaus from Germany.
Birdie putt here. One of the only European members of the PGA Tour of Australasia. That one hangs on the edge.
Well, not too bad. He tapped that in and finished with a round of 72 today.
This is David Branston, Victorian. Last win was at the 2015 Queensland Open. This is his birdie putt, and that would drop. He'd walk away with a round of 70.
Yep, well done. Excellent. Yep.
Always
Hello,
in
everyone.
good
Thank you.
spirits.
Good man. And now back down the fairway. Matt Griffin, winner of the Order of Merit last year, had a great season, didn't he?
Yeah, he finished third here in 2016 as well. This is third shot into 7. Gets a nice amount of check. Will have a birdie chance there.
And on the green now, Nevin Bassick with a birdie attempt.
38-year-old. Finished 32nd here, down the middle of the pack last year. Wants to improve. That one is a bit of a wide. Through to the keepers there for birdie for Bassick.
Yep, a rueful shake of the head, but we'll carry on now. Here's Matt Griffin. Nails the birdie putt.
Well, he's in form. He was the best player on this tour last year. Will play in Japan for the rest of the season, pretty much fitting in some tournaments in Australia where he can.
Now the return par putt for Nevin. In she goes. Well done, Nev.
Hi, I'm Matt Griffin from Victoria Golf Club, and I hope you're enjoying PGA TV.
My name is Adam and I have been playing golf for 3 years. Started playing golf when I was in prep. One day I'm going to play with Jason Day and I'll beat him.
Outstanding work. One day I'm going to play Jason Day and beat him.
I know, it's pretty cheeky, isn't it? So we head out-
Confident.
Nothing better from a youngster. This is hole 8. Bassick's second. Oh, hello.
Oh, smashed the pin. Look how far that's gone back, Alison.
Absolutely nailed the flag. And a little bit unlucky, perhaps, if anything. That was obviously tracking straight for the hole.
Right, well, somebody must be in that bunker. Yep, there it is. Matt Griffin pops the head out. And not a bad shot coming out from there, but look at that run on a little.
As soon as you hit the bunkers here on 8, you're looking at trying to save par. It really can get tricky out of the sand.
Well, here's Nevin, who you would have thought perhaps would have finished much closer to the pin, but smashed it right in the eyes and has got a monster for birdie here on this short par 4 8th.
Isn't that classic about golf? You can hit a great shot and end up, 40 plus feet away. That was unlucky. That one's going to come up another 2 feet short.
Well, here's Matt Griffin now for par after coming out of the bunker across the other side of the green.
See, now this is what we're talking about. You can't let your guard down at all on Huntingdale on one of the shortest par 4s. And the best player on this tour last year just made bogey. So goes to show it's a tricky layout.
Now Nevin Bassick hopefully cleaning up. And in she goes for par. Now let's go back a hole, down to hole number 7. And this is Matt Miller, who we've seen a lot of in recent years on the tour, and does a good all-round lap of the hole. In she goes. That was for birdie.
And playing alongside Miller is Marcus Fraser. This is just a hole and a half later on the 8th, his second hole.
Well, it's his second shot, isn't it? Coming in to the 8th. He's playing with his father-in-law today.
No pressure. Well, he did shoot 8 under in the first round of the Olympics, though, so I think he can handle playing with Papa-in-law, perhaps. Speaking of which, Gary O'Donoghue, father-in-law, keeping a close eye on Marcus Fraser today.
Yeah, that Olympic experience was wonderful, he said. One of the great moments to hold that record.
40-year-old Matt Miller will miss for his birdie on the par 4 8th hole. It's only 314 metres, but you really need to keep watch of it.
Now Marcus, he played, of course, with Scott Hend in Rio for birdie. And in she goes. Outstanding. Lovely putt there.
You'd have to say he's the clear favourite going into this week. Obviously, golf sometimes has other thoughts in mind. Just the tap in here for Matt Miller.
Well done. So that's a pretty easy tap in. And I tell you what, there's a number of voices that you'll hear and people you'll see this week on PGA TV. Ali caught up with one of them.
He's a bit of a familiar face.
Oh,
Fancy seeing you here.
I can't believe you guys are here. I can't believe you witnessed that.
Well, you know what? You had a bit of a rough lie in that bunker, didn't you? So you did well to get the up and down.
The sad thing is I've had a rough lie on every ball. Even on the tee, the tee's a bit knobbly, so I mean, it's been a tough day.
You hit a good one on 17. It looked pretty clean.
The good thing is you've seen 2 shots today. One was a putt that went in and one was a drive that went down the middle. That's all we need to talk about because the rest in the middle is nothing.
Well, in case you haven't picked up, this is my co-host for the weekend.
Sorry, should I just take that? Yeah. Sorry, this is my co-host, Ali, for the
there
weekend.
We go. Yep.
How are you going?
I'm having a brilliant day. What's not to love? Huntingdale on a beautiful sunny day.
You know what I love is that Ali's doing 95% of the work and I'm out here playing golf and yet we're doing the show together. Isn't that wonderful?
I think you're a method actor though, aren't you? That's why you're out here. He's trying to get in the mind of a golfer.
That's exactly right. And I'm in the mind of a golfer. A very angry one, very frustrated one, which I think is also 90% of the golfers in the world.
It is.
So that was my job today, was to show you just how hard it is for an amateur to come out and play and how good the pros are at what they do.
That's it. Well, you've got some good company out there. Jack Wilson, always fun to watch, and your mate as well, Carl.
Yes, Carl Smedley making a comeback after many years off being a pro. So he's been a teaching pro for many years. He's having a crack at it. And look, it's been up and down, but he's made some really nice birdies and a couple of pars here and there. So it's good. It's been a lot of fun.
Realistically, I don't really need to be here for this, do I? So I'll just leave
pop
you
off.
to it. You
Yeah.
guys, I'll go see the rest of the golf.
Anyway, so it's been a big day here at Huntingdale, and as you've seen, the leaders so far have obviously shot a nice score, and it's been a beautiful afternoon here in Melbourne. And to all the viewers out there, well, there's not much more to say than let's keep playing some golf and keep showing you just how hard this game is, because so far, I think I've made one par. Anyway, where's Ali?
Hi, I'm Ryan Hart from Leagues Hope Island Resort on the Gold Coast. I hope you're enjoying the Vic PGA.
Yeah, it's the back line I'm worried about.
I won't worry about my back.
So how are those pro lessons going?
Well, let's see.
Well played.
Thanks, mate.
Found it! Looks like a bit of a tricky shot you got there, mate.
on 18th you had a
Bogey. And what did you have?
par.
Back to back. Nice work.
One day maybe I'd like to be a professional golfer. So when I'm older, I'd like a house on the golf course. It'd be fun, I could just walk and play and then just go back home, relax and then go again.
This is the 9th hole here at Huntingdale, and as you can see, it is a beautiful par 4 heading up to that amazing clubhouse. Now, if you can stay out of the fairway bunker on the right hand side, you'll be in good stead with that just nice little short iron up to a slightly elevated green, a definite birdie chance. You've managed to miss all of the fairway bunkers over on that right hand side, and you're in the approach area, and I have to say it feels like a really attackable hole. Just a slight elevation, the green slopes from back right to front left, so a little bit left of the hole and you'll have a perfect uphill putt. This is the collection area on the left of the 9th green. Now, it's not actually the worst place to be, pretty straightforward, back up the hill, and as you can see, all of this green slopes from that back right corner to this front left, the collection area. So if you're left of the pin, you're going to be left with a beautiful uphill putt for birdie.
Nothing like a beautiful uphill putt for birdie, Alison.
I couldn't agree more, Michael. Speaking of which, this is Peter Cook trying to set one up here on the 9th. 31-year-old from Happy Valley in South Australia. Sounds like a lovely place.
Oh, that's coming on up there. We'll be pretty happy with that.
That was great. It's a tough hole location. 28 paces on today. On the 9th hole, it's well on the back edge. This is Lucas Herbert.
The young man that also turned professional in 2015 at Huntingdale, so there'll be good memories for him a couple of years ago. Trying to dial one in. Ooh, past the pin and a bit of check back. Another very good shot.
Peppering the flag. I said it wasn't easy to get close to, but proved me wrong.
Well, now you've got to make the putt though, haven't you?
That's the tricky bit. A little bit of a sloper here from the back edge of the green. No trouble at all.
Lovely stuff.
Plenty of young guns coming up in the game through the Golf Australia program and various institutes of sport.
Yep, it's their last hole, the 9th for these guys. Started on the other side of the course.
Be pretty nice to pick up a birdie, leave a good taste in your mouth going to dinner later tonight. Can Peter Cook make it? He can't convert, so it's going to be a par 4 to finish for the South Australian. On the other side of the course was Damien Jordan. He was the clubhouse leader after a great round. Here by the putting green with Damien Jordan. Damien, great round out there today. What was it, 66?
Yeah, 66 today. Got off to a good start. Eagled the first and just went on from there.
Eagled the first, not a bad way to start.
Yeah, the first was my 10th, so the 10th was my first, so yeah.
Couldn't get off to a better start really, could you?
No, it's only downhill from there, but I managed to keep it going, which is hard around this course.
How's your game been lately coming into this tournament?
I had a fair bit of time off after last year. We had a little baby boy, so I tried to stay home as much as I could and practice in between having him.
So was it 2 days before you left for this event you had the baby boy?
We had the baby boy on the 30th and I flew out the 31st, so didn't leave much time really to get out here and practice, but lucky I played here a fair bit.
Yeah, well, I think your wife will be a little bit happier after today perhaps.
Yeah, she will, so at least it justifies me leaving early.
Now, little known fact about you, you just mentioned you've been deployed to Iraq a few times over your career. How does that work, working that in with professional golf?
Oh, it's chalk and cheese a difference, but at least with bogeys out here, it's not the be all end all. At least I'm home to have a hot shower and walk off the course, have a hot meal as well. So
gives you a very healthy perspective on life.
Definitely, it makes tough days out here are nothing compared to tough days over there. So.
Yeah, well, it's a great story. Best of luck for the rest of the week.
Thanks very much, appreciate it. Hi, I'm Damien Jordan from Coolangatta Tweedheads and you're watching PGA TV.
My name's Isaac Riches. One day I'm playing golf all around the world, just like Jason Day.
Outstanding. Play golf all around the world like Jason Day, and maybe one day on hole 18 here at Huntingdale.
I am melting after watching that. This is Gareth Patterson, a vision in blue out there today. This for his tap in for par, so it's a round of 65 for the Kiwi, 7 under par. Really put together a lovely afternoon.
And here's Matthew Giles this time for a birdie putt. He's got to go across that slope and down the ridge, hasn't he, Al?
He's got a lot of terrain to cover as well. Down the valley, this one's tracking. And that would have been for a round of 8 under par. Absolutely blitzing the golf course today is Matt Giles. And he's got a long walk to go and tap that in as well. He's in a different postcode.
So this for 7 under 65. In she goes. Lovely round.
I'm here with Matt Giles. Great round today. 7 under 65. Not a bad way to start the tournament.
Yeah, very solid round. Hit the ball really well. Made a few long putts, which is always a bonus. So very pleased with the start, and fingers crossed can keep it going for the rest of the week.
Now you had a pretty good off season, so you were studying as well as playing golf. How is that balance working, and what are you studying at the moment?
So I'm doing a Masters of Commerce. Didn't study over the Christmas New Year break, so I had that off, which was good. So it was nice to actually just have a bit of a holiday. Had about probably 4 weeks off with golf. Started to get back into it a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, it was nice to, obviously we were pretty busy at the end of the year with uni work and golf. So good to just kind of put the feet up over Christmas, New Year, and now we have this busy stretch coming up.
Tears of joy. Tears of joy
yeah.
from the 65. Now you went on holiday as well, didn't you? Was it James Neddies? Where'd you go?
Oh, we went over to Queenstown. So we had the 3 boys and the girlfriend. So we went over there for 6 nights. Had a bit of fun. So we were over there for New Year's, which was good.
It's really important to decompress, isn't it? After long seasons, especially when you're trying to juggle study as well. Time to switch off is really a main component over December and January for most golfers.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I think we've got like 6 out of the next 7 weeks or something like that coming up here in the Australasian events. So yeah, it's nice to just have a few weeks off, recharge the batteries, and get ready for this this schedule that's about to start.
Now you've kind of seen every inch of professional golf. You won the Vic Open back in 2013, I believe. And then, 2016 started at Q School. You've kind of seen the whole breadth of professional golf. How do you feel like your game's going at the moment?
Yeah, well, last year was a good year. It was a disappointing finish because I didn't play well at the Open and the PGA. But no, I feel my game's, it's probably a bit of maturity as well. And I think around here at Huntingdale, as I was maybe saying before, just learning to keep it in play off the tee. And I hit a lot of 2 irons and stuff today. I probably only hit driver 3 or 4 times. So just kind of working out, managing your game, I guess, for 72 holes, because in the end it is a 4-round event, not a 1-round pro-am shootout. So yeah, certain things like that. But no, I'm obviously very pleased with today.
Yeah, well, it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Likewise.
Hopefully we do it a little bit more later on in the week. Well done, Matt.
Thanks. Sounds like a plan.
Sure does. Sounds like a really good plan there. Wonderful round, 7 under, and just reaffirming the leaderboard here. Matthew Giles at the top with a 7 under round today, along with Kiwi Gareth Patterson.
Josh Younger with a 66 as well, got off to a red hot start. A couple of Victorians on the board there. Tom Power Horan as well, sneaking up that leaderboard. Anthony Houston as well with a 67 from him today.
And going along a bit further, tied at 7, Brad Shilton, another Kiwi, going well today.
Order of Merit leader last year, Matt Griffin as well, just got engaged, 4 under 68 for him. And David McKenzie, runner-up in a playoff last year, 4 under, off to another great start.
Conditions today pretty good though, weren't they, for scoring?
Very much so, and not surprising to see good scores coming from either side of the draw as we did today.
And just looking down the leaderboard a little further, Dimitrios Papadakis going well, Aaron Townsend there at 2 under also. It's been a wonderful day, Alison. We'll look forward to joining you and the rest of our crew tomorrow for round 2 of the Victorian PGA Championship from Huntingdale.